Alright. So it works right now, but it doesn't. Okay. We figured it out. We figured it out. Okay, I figured it out. Alright, so we're ready to start this Madden 23 for PS5. I can't say the word because the assistant. So we're gonna go with PS5 and Xbox Series X/X. So we're gonna start with the setup. When you first get the game, the same thing with PS4 and Xbox. You're gonna go all the way up. You're gonna press X/A, whatever system you're using. You're gonna go all the way down, and you press X/A. You press X/A again, and you are good. Alright, once again, you want to press X or A, whatever system you're using. So we're gonna press X.
Nice to see a familiar face. Welcome to another year of football with Madden NFL 23.
So this is a little more options. We're gonna go with accessibility, same thing. And we're gonna go to with the right arrow. We're gonna go with the music first.
Set to 0, set to 0, set to 1.
Alright, we're gonna start same settings. Experience, we're gonna leave it at Pro. We're gonna go with game style. We are competitive. Favorite team, we're gonna leave it with the Chargers as my team. Performance. So if you're totally blind or you don't, it's pretty much image or performance. So I mean, I really like image quality, and for me it's better like the viewing.
Accessibility
And
settings.
of course, accessibility settings, you want to turn controller vibration to assist, color blindness, brightness, contrast, which is the quick shot, dynamic.
Camera effects option
So
set to 1.
this is dynamic camera. You can turn that on or off. It doesn't matter if you're totally blind.
Audio mix.
And this is the volumes again.
Menu SFX set. Enter. Continue.
So we press continue.
Madden 23 gives you multiple new ways to pass the ball. Try them all out here and pick what works best for you.
So
you can
this
always change your passing style later in the settings menu.
Alright, so we're ready for this one. This is the new passing mode.
Skill-based passing.
So
Placement
you can do.
is selected. There are 2 sub-options. Sub-option try is selected.
So this is placement and accuracy. This will be pretty much give your receiver a better option to come up with the ball, as well as put the ball in places you've never put it before. For example, you can move the ball that it will only gonna land in your receiver and nobody else. This will take a little bit of time to master if you're totally blind. We're gonna try this one first. Alright, so this part is not gonna be accessible, it's pretty much you press X twice, you press X 3 times, you press X again, and you just keep on doing that.
Circle button.
Alright, so circle.
Circle button.
It's gonna start vibrating, and boom. So this it's gonna vibrate, and it's gonna start slowly, and it will get intense. Like, let's say you're playing. A good example, it will be blind drive. So if you're in the street, it will be smooth. So it's gonna start like that, and if you go to the side, it will, how it will get intense. If you gotta, so if you play that game, you will know what I'm saying. Or that's actually the best example I can give. So it's gonna start vibrating slow, then it's gonna get intense, then it's gonna keep on getting intense, then it's gonna keep on getting intense. And when it's the most intense, that is just vibrating 100%, you want to pass that ball to circle. And boom, it was straight to your receiver. Straight, nice pass to your receiver. It can take time to develop. It can take time to get to know it. I mean, there's, of course, in field, it will take more. You can use L2 to move whatever you want to move.
Restart is selected. Quit game is resume. Restart. Quit game is selected.
So we're going to quit this, and we can come back
exit to menu.
later for it.
Madden 23 gives you multiple new ways to pass the ball. Try them all out here and pick what works best for you. You can
So
always change your passing style later in the settings menu.
Skill-based passing. Skill-based passing. Placement plus power is selected.
all right,
Relative
so
suboptions.
this is
Suboption try is selected.
this is the interesting one. Placement plus power. So the first one is only placement on which you can move the receiver. Here is placement and power, which means you will decide how far you want to throw the ball. You want to go deep, you want to go in the middle, you want to go short passing. Whatever you decide to do, it will be on your hands to throw it short, deep, or medium. So you pretty much have the control. We can try also this one, and I can explain how this one works. So we're gonna try this one. So you press X again,
Circle
so
button.
circle, and
Circle
you
button.
do L2, and there it is. So this is short. I don't need him to go deep, so I will do short. Here, let's do it again.
Circle
So
button.
this is circle. He's right there. We're gonna go.
Circle button.
See right there? I missed it because, see, it's telling me to do. This is not gonna read it, but it's pretty much if you keep on missing. Here, let me do it again.
Circle button. Circle button. Circle button.
So there's different ways to
Entering
do
it.
it.
Restart is selected.
Oopsie. All right.
Entering.
So in this one,
Quit game is selected.
you need to
Entering.
do
Quit. Yes, exit to
the same
menu.
thing with circle. It will start vibrating, but you will
Madden 23
determine.
gives you multiple
I'm
new
sorry.
ways to pass the ball. Try them all out
So
here
you will
and pick
determine
what works
how
best for you.
far or
You can always
how
change
close
your
you're gonna
passing
throw it.
style later in
With
the settings menu.
in this case, I'll do it with L2. So it will pretty much you want to throw it deep or short. You want to throw it medium. You can hold for a bit, and if you do it earlier, it's gonna stop vibrating. If you do it not too early, it's gonna stop. So classic. It's your typical passing that we just same typical passing, nothing new, nothing different. You're just gonna pass it. Typical classic.
Classic passing is selected. There are two sub-options. Sub-option try is selected.
So you can try it or whatever you want to do.
Select and continue is selected.
When you are satisfied and you want to keep on trying these three methods of passing, you can go with the down arrow and select and continue, and there you go. This is the Madden
Entering.
Legacy game
Classic
again.
passing style set
So,
pop-up passing style preference can be changed in settings game options skill-based passing Oakland. Entering. Team select. Ready.
so this is the
Entering
same
game
thing,
settings
the
screen.
same
We have
game.
9 options. Game style option is set to competitive.
This is a special presentation of EA Sports from the Coliseum in Oakland. Our tribute to the coach, the John Madden Legacy game.
All right, so the presentation here is different, and the playbooks are accessible. So, we can kick off to the middle, kick off to the left, kick off to the right, and there we go. So momentum, we have momentum here.
Times, what do you say we play some football as we are underway from Oakland in the John Madden Legacy game?
So the speed here is different, you don't typically hold your speed button all the way down. It's not gonna work, you're gonna get slow. So this, you require a little more of skills. And we can do Chris Fire. You will read the playbook.
So the man coaching this NFC squad, we'll call him Young John Madden. This is a coach who was trying to establish a foothold in the NFL and on the cusp of doing it very successfully.
Yeah, you think back to that period, those early days as a coach of the Raiders, the late 60s in the AFL, and then in the NFL in the early 70s. Coach was a guy who was ahead of the...
Alright, before you proceed on this one, this is where all the new stuff come to work. So the online here is, way, 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 way better. It will react to the pass rushing. It will react to where it's coming. Also the slide, the typical slide that you could do pretty easily, and you can still do in Madden 23 old gen. It's not going to be as effective as the defense will also react better. So the online will react better and the defense will also react better. There is also new moves for your running back to do. The animations have instead of doing so much animations like it used to be, now it's more physics. So that's the new thing going on here with Madden 23 new gen. So as you saw, it will read the entire menu. It will read whatever play you want to run. I will read you want to I will keep on showing just so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
No. Entering
Raiders were one of the
cover
first
two
teams
man,
at mini
cover
camps.
storm break,
One of the first to film
cover four
practice
drop.
because he wanted to practice coaching as much as he could. And his teams, they were successful right from the start of his head coaching tenure.
Right back to Sanders on first down. So as we mentioned at the top, let's take you through the life of John Madden. And you know, it's very fitting that we're here back in the Bay Area, not just because John's so associated with Raider football, but also because this was where he spent his formative years.
Yeah, he grew up over Daly City with his buddy John Robinson, who would also become an NFL head coach. He played his high school ball at Jefferson High, eventually wound up playing tackle at the University of Oregon, and later Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Played well enough that in 1958, he was a 21st round draft pick of the Philadelphia Eagles. That's right, the draft had 30 rounds then.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. But Charles, you mentioned Coach was a 21st round draft pick back in 1958.
All right, so if we show the offense,
Carlton out is selected.
The Eagles who selected
we're gonna switch to the offense.
For John, knee problems, they just continued to dog him. He was hurt in his first training camp. Actually never saw the field.
Entering play. Super Sim is selected. Entering jump super next quarter. Change entering Super Sim screen.
All right, so they scored, and now it's our turn in offense to start with the ball.
Entering for HP dive double slant.
So we're gonna do a double slant. We got Brady, yeah. Okay. So that's the same.
They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Alright, so that didn't work.
We're going to a young John Madden made the appointments of the owner of the Oakland Raiders, one Al Davis, of course, and the two they really bonded. Would become one of the best owner-coach duos in NFL history. And to take it a step further, Al Davis became someone who John referred to as his best friend.
Yeah, in 1967, Brandon, Al Davis hired Coach Madden to be a linebackers coach. Remember, this was still the AFL at that point. They had not merged totally with the NFL. And Coach Madden, he paid dividends almost immediately. Helped the Raiders win the AFL title in 1968.
Alright, so I'm just, rushing right now so I can show you the entire thing, what's new on this one.
At the age of 32,
Entering exhibition play now screen, you have
John
6
Madison, the
options.
man, head coach of the Oakland Raiders. And what a ride. He, the Raiders, and the NFL were about to go on.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards.
Play call and what game is
Alright, so when you finish the game,
Time to decide how you're going to make your Madden NFL 23 debut. You could put yourself back on the game's biggest stage and raise that Lombardi in Super Bowl 56.
so it's the same thing as the other one.
Menu. Learn to play.
And we're gonna
Main
go with the
menu.
main menu. So the main menu is different on this one.
Settings.
So on extras, we're gonna have redeem code,
Redeem code.
download live
sharing,
content or social
of
content,
service,
or all
view
the
privacy
agreements.
Policy. Accessibility.
On settings,
Settings.
here's where you can
Game
change your
options.
passing style if you want to do classic, if you want to do one.
Game options. Access game options.
All right. So we can't. We have to keep. All right. So this is where you do all the passing stuff. Like you want to switch it, you want to switch your team,
Access game options. Graphics.
or the graphics of how you want it to
Assign
work.
auto subs.
Here
and
is the
playbooks.
rosters on which you can download community content. You can create your player, your playbook, your uniform, your own helmets. As we have also new helmets. Things going on here.
Play with friends.
Play with friends. This is where you're gonna find your online head-to-head, your superstar KO, and your yards. They're no longer in the main menu.
Learn to
and
play.
learn to play is those tutorials. And they also, this is the new one that's gonna be on next gen, which is the passing.
Face of the franchise.
Face of the franchise, because of the new college game coming up, you are a veteran starting in your 5th year. and you have not been successful so far in your career. So you can choose, and this still
Entering
not
avatar hub
accessible.
screen. Create new
So
avatar is selected.
the faces still not accessible. It's EA, man. I don't
Entering
expect anything.
customize your appearance screen. Head ampersand skin is selected. Entering fill. Continue.
I'm just
If you
gonna.
really want to change up your player skill set, you can morph your physique on the fly. Doing this will change your max ratings and perks, but you won't lose any.
Entering. Yes, let me leave. Entering avatar hub screen. Create new avatar is selected. And
All
learn
right,
to
so
play. Face of the
this, like I
franchise.
showed, this is
Franchise
no,
is
that's not
selected.
accessible. Your creation of your avatar.
Franchise is
So
selected.
franchise still it still looks the same. With the difference is with the tags. So the free agency tags, they will have different tags to see if that player will come to your team or that player is not interested in being in your team. Which it will decide if they want the money, they want to be near home, they want a contender, and all of that. So, or they just, you can bet it doesn't work to put $100 million on a guy who's not worth it just to win it. So now you have to see, with the tax what's going on.
Ultimate Team.
Ultimate Team is the same. The accessibility is still the same in the Ultimate Team. There's nothing right now, as nothing has started. As the game official will launch in a few hours. So as right now, Ultimate Team, it's you can still create your team already, but it's not out yet.
Play now.
Play Now is where you're gonna find your Play Now, head to head, your Pro Ball, and your Madden Legacy game, and that's pretty much the accessibility here on PS5 and next gen. The playbooks are 100% accessible. Um, every other menu will be also 100% accessible. Like sim the game, if you sim the game on PS4 or Xbox One, it's not going to be accessible. No, this accessibility features are also going to be available for PC if you play on PC, as they share and the same features as the PS5 Series X, Series S. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you guys have any questions, just make sure to comment or let me know, and I will do a video or a live or whatever you want, whatever I come up with, to explain if you really want me to go really in depth of the different passing modes and how to pass this certain modes. I will definitely be glad to do that. So without nothing else to do, we will end this stream right here, and thanks for watching.